Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Dr. D's. We are back with another video. So today we're going to be talking about if you should summon, and we got a couple of good banners. I actually like this banner, I'm not going to lie, but we're going to jump into both of those. I will keep in mind that Fenris is right around the corner along with Praetus. Man, oh man, we're going to do a massive pool party for the Praetus banner, but that will be next week. And we are also doing a pool party this weekend. It will be at the reset. Hit me up on Discord if you want to join that. But let's go over both these banners. So I'm going to give you reasons on why you should pool, and then at the end I'll also give you reasons on why you shouldn't pool. But the one thing that we should all do if you are going to pool on the Nascent banner is wait until the reset on Saturday. Even if you're not doing the pool party, wait until the reset, because when you pull your Nascent legendary, it can only be activated one time. So then we can't use it anymore. Then you're going to switch over to this banner. It's better than blowing all your shards on this banner, and then when the Nascent rolls around, you're like, oh, I don't have any shards. Well, you know, it's kind of your fault, right? So save all your shards until Saturday. That would be my best recommendation. Easier said than done, but let's go over this banner right here. So let me give you the reasons on why we should pull on this banner. If you don't have Kalina, you need to go all out on this banner. I'm just kidding. This chick is absolute garbage. But if you don't have Lili and you don't have Baron, you definitely want to pull, because Lili is one of the best. Actually, she is the best for GVG. All GVG strategies, when you get to Overlord or even High Plat 3, every single team will have a Lili in there. Well, most teams anyway. I'd say like 95% of teams will have a Lili on their squad because she's that good. It's mainly because of this little thorny protection. I see you, Moonton. Thorny protection. Okay. But it prevents incoming fatal damage one time for one ally in range, and immediately grants this ally a shield equal to 20% of their max HP for 10 seconds. This effect can only be triggered one time every 60 seconds. This is what makes her so good. Also, she comes with a little bit of damage increase, which makes it nice as well. But the main thing we like about this is the thorny protection. That's what makes her so good, especially for GVG. And on top of that, if you want to do a good Piercer team, guess what? She's part of the Piercer faction, and she also has that marksman range. Here, let's take a look at it. Look at that range. That is a thing of beauty. You put her in the Piercer faction, guess what? She gets 3 more blocks. Let's go, baby. Then she's also part of the Esotericist faction, so she's a little versatile in that sense. And you can use her for almost anything, but her best use would definitely be GVG, hands down. So now we got my guy Baron. So let me put this into perspective for you guys. For those of you guys that don't know how good Baron is, let's start with the epics. There's only one epic defender that I would probably use more than Baron, and that's going to be Olog, mainly because Olog is about that life, that passive where he keeps proccing his shield, makes it very nice. But when we're talking about legendary defenders and epic defenders, of course we're going to exclude the Lord skill defenders. So if we're just doing legendary and epics, non-Lord skill heroes, I would put Baron in my top 5. He might honestly be number 4, maybe number 5. I'd really have to look into it, but Baron is that good. So let me show you guys exactly why. First off, his ultimate. This only cost 500 rage. It means he's going to get it back quick and slick. So 500 rage, and what does this ultimate do? It gives him a shield that can absorb 70% of his max HP. I mean, it's a massive shield as long as you have a good amount of HP on him, and he keeps getting this bad boy back. But when you finally do get him to 0%, this is what makes him so good. The unyielding, he stays alive. That is what it's all about, guys. When you have unyielding, guess what? You get a second chance at life, and it makes it that much harder to kill this guy, right? So Baron is one of the best defenders in this whole entire game, and if you don't have him, I would highly recommend to summon. Then we have the legendaries, and let me just say, I actually like this. I really do, because whenever I look at a legendary banner, most of the times they'll have a Batman and they'll have a Robin. So on this banner, it's going to be Zarus being Batman and Nyx being Robin. So let's go over Nyx first. Let's go over our Robin for this banner. Nyx is a very good hero in this game. I really hate how she's a marksman and costs 22, but outside of that, she's an absolute beast. So there's 3 stages where she's absolute god tier for. And those 3 stages would be Gear Raid 3 on the left side. She will absolutely booty clap that whole mob out there because she has awesome AoE damage. And then the second one is going to be Gear Dungeon 2. Gear Dungeon 2, she does an amazing job on that bottom side. Absolute booty clapper for that stage. And then she's also really, really, really good for anti-air arena. Anti-air arena, absolute beast. Again, the one thing working against her is the 22 cost, but if you can figure the cost out and you could get her out in time, then she's just going to do amazing work for that. Other areas of the game that you could use her in is like Void Rift, campaign, you know, stuff like that, right? But those would definitely be her best 3 uses, the ones that I just listed, and she's a good hero overall. She's part of the Piercer faction, wouldn't expect anything less. Another cool thing about Nyx is her range. Hello, she's got this range right here with the extra little dot on top. And keep in mind, if we do use a Piercer Lord, it means that this range right here will get extended, which makes it very nice because she can reach those hard to reach places, you know what I'm saying? But Nyx is a very good hero. I really like her being the Robin on a banner. So now let's go over Batman, and we got my man Zarus. Let me just say, I love Zarus. I remember once upon a time, it was like maybe a month ago. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago. I made a video with Fastidious on our top 3 underrated heroes in the game, and I know some people, a couple people told me, "Oh, Zarus isn't good. You know, I don't like him." So I was like, "Oh, I'll put him as an underrated." But the more I get to speak to the community, the more I think that, okay, people know how good he is. I guess he's not that underrated. But since everyone knows how good he is, let's go over him. This guy's an absolute beast. One of my favorite heroes in the game. I mean, he looks kind of cool too, right? He's got the whole 4 hands coming out. I mean, 2 of them are locked in under here. He's got the mask on the head, broken sword. His baby hands are locked inside of the sword. I mean, pretty cool looking dude, right? But then the thing that makes him so good is his burst damage. First off, the talent. He summons 3 Souls of the Damned when he's first deployed. These Souls of the Damned is where all his damage comes from. They just do massive booty clapping. And then this is where his kit gets a little tricky because he summons 4 Souls of the Damned and reduces the summon number by 1 with each ultimate cast. So each time you cast his ultimate, it will go from 4 Souls of the Damned to 3 to 2 to 1. This is the reason why when it gets down to 1, actually when it gets down to 2, his damage is kind of non-existent. So you want to withdraw him and then lay him back out. He pairs really good with Volca because Volca does reduce the cost. But I've come up with so many strategies for this man right here. He's done a lot of amazing things for me. Let's say Gear Dungeon 1, he's a beast. Gear Raid 2, he's a beast. Gear Raid 1, he's a beast. Artifact Material Raid, he's an absolute stud muffin of a booty clapping machine. Like, this guy is just an absolute booty clapping machine, and he does amazing things for anyone's account. So I just gave you all the reasons on why you should summon on this banner. So if you're in the early game, if you're in the mid game, you don't have Zarus, you definitely want to summon. Go all out. Make sure you get him. Also, if you don't have these epics, go all out. If you don't have Nyx, but you do have Zarus, maybe you can hold your shards. I feel like there's plenty of heroes that can do what Nyx can do. But she's still a good hero, so I wouldn't fault you for summoning. And the only people that shouldn't summon are probably going to be the ones in the end game. If you're in the end game like me, you don't need these guys, right? I already have Nyx to A5. I already have Zarus. I took a look at his awakening tree. I have no need to get this guy awakened. I think 1 copy is more than enough. I think I have mine to A1 too. And A1, I think he gets 2 more Souls of the Damned when he's first deployed, which is nice, but it's not like a deal breaker, right? I think his awakening tree is just okay. He already does a massive amount of damage as it is. So I have no interest on getting other copies of Zarus. But if you're in the end game, we're probably going to save our shards, save it for Fenris next weekend. And then also, if you have Zarus and you have both these epics, Lili and Baron, then it's probably going to be an easy skip for you. But I wish all you guys the best of luck, and let's go over this Nascent banner right here. So Nascent, the only people that probably don't need to pull on the Nascent banner is going to be the early game players. If you just started playing this game, Nascent banner is kind of going to be a waste because you probably don't have that many unowned heroes. For those of you guys that don't know what this banner is all about, it will guarantee you a legendary of someone that you don't own yet. So, you know, if you have a bunch of heroes that you don't own yet, then it's kind of going to be a waste. This is more of a mid to end game banner. Like me, I only have like maybe 4 or 5 legendaries that I don't own. So I'm looking forward to this. I am definitely looking forward to this. I am looking forward to pulling my first ever Twyla. That's who I'm going for, and I hope I get it, but we shall see. That's all I got for tonight's video. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing what you guys are going to do. Are you guys going to summon? Are you not going to summon? Definitely hit me up in the comments, but you guys have a great rest of your night, and thank you for making it to the end.